Alright, hey. Hope you all are having a good day when you're watching this. This is actually going to be recorded in post. Trying something new with this, actually. So I'm going to see how this goes. What I might do later is, you know, kind of interject with, like, post audio and then kind of cut in, like, the original voice from the stream. Just in case there's a chance that I don't fill in, like, enough dead air at some point. So yeah, welcome to Ace Combat. I really love the series. I haven't played, you know, every game, or really even most of the games. I've only played about 3 of them, really. 0, 4, and this one. So just waiting here for me to actually start the game. I will keep quiet for the most part during cutscenes. Just kind of like let them play out. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yes, restart the campaign, you can do it. Yep, there you go. There you go. Alright, welcome to Ace Combat 7.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my invested in this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Alright, so... Well, again, a lot of... I forgot how long these cutscenes are. But, yeah. Welcome to Ace Combat. If you're not familiar with the series, this is a kind of arcadey dogfighting game that it does use real jets, but the setting itself is kind of like a alternate reality Earth called the Strange Real setting. So we are I believe, in this game, we're part of the Usian Air Force to begin with. So yeah, I guess I can talk about some of the planes that I'm going to be using throughout the playthrough, just to, like, kind of talk about them a little bit. Oh yeah. So general tip, also, certain missions are going to be a lot easier depending on what plane you pick. So for the first one, I would recommend, you know, either an interceptor with really high speed or something with a mix of speed and mobility. You know, you don't want to be using the A-10 for this, for example. Here we have the FA-18F. So we can pull up something about that. So, if you're American, you've ever been to an air show, this plane should look really familiar to you. This is the plane that the Blue Angels use, and I believe it's still in use today, even though it's kind of old.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers in.
Or rather, this version is not too old, I should say. This is like mid-90s, around.
Squadron take off. Link to Skykeeper.
You know, this is the type of plane, its predecessor, the FA Hornet, would be in the would be in Top Gun. Which is kind of like what it's mostly known for, I would assume. This game really does the cockpits well. Like, you can see like a ton of detail in like every single one. There's at least, I think, like, I want to say about 30 or so planes in this game. Like, each of them are like really high detailed.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taking
It's
a
pretty
lot of
good for a
damage.
2-year-old game now.
Can't have any more casualties. Time
Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
So yeah,
Take down all unidentified bombers.
played
Don't have many escorts.
0 and
Hit our
4,
radars hard in the last
and then I
attack.
kind of like,
Expect the worst and
I
stay
don't know, I
sharp.
played those both on emulators, so I never had a PS2 when I was a kid.
I'm your wingman.
I
Fly with me now.
was mainly just GameCube and Xbox 360, so I never got to
Enemy
experience
bomber
these.
confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
But this
Trigger,
one, I would
switch your
say,
radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
I like this one almost as much as 0. But Zero's whole morality system that it used to have, and the music with like all the flamenco theming, I think it was just like it kind of set that apart from the other
Let's
games.
go introduce ourselves.
But yeah, this game is just beautiful. It does have a VR support, I think, for like 1 or 2 missions, though. Not you can't play the entire campaign in VR. As of recording this, though, about a couple days ago, Project Wingman came out, which is a game on Steam that was made by an Ace Combat fan, actually.
Mage 2 locked.
And it has full VR support, so you can play the entire thing from start to finish in VR.
It's chow time.
Which is just crazy. And I mean, it looks as good as this game, too, for like a fan-made,
Looking good, Mage
you
2.
know, small team project.
Breaking out of lock.
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm.
Yeah, listen to that
I know
music,
he
that
can't
is
show
just
the promise,
amazing.
but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his
These
feet
games
wet.
always have good music.
Miss. That's a miss.
But yeah, so I wanted to play this because, you know, it's more of a shorter game, and I wanted to like fill in some space between, you know, God Hand and Blasphemous. I've been uploading more of just stuff of me playing, you know, like some shooters that I'm getting back into. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm trying to shoot at this like fighter that far away with like just gun.
Don't forget your special weapon.
Yeah, so your actual main cannon isn't too useful in the game. It's okay for like maybe, like say if you like hit a fighter like one missile and he's still standing, like if you want to save ammo, it's probably best to kind of just like tail him and get like 1 or 2 shots off him just to quickly finish him off. But for the most part, you're going to be using missiles throughout the game.
Mage 2, target down.
So you have the quick adjust missiles that I'm using right now. Those are pretty good for
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
for anything that's faster,
Not too
you know,
shabby, Mage 2.
interceptors or
You still got a
fighters that
long
are
way to
really
go,
agile.
kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
But yeah, so let's actually talk. I want to actually talk about the Super Hornet a little more, the plane I'm using.
Copy that.
So-
It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger, settle
This is
down.
more of a.
Mage 2, maintain your
The
element
Super
with
Hornet's
Mage
kind of
1.
weird
Do
in
not
terms
break
of
off.
like
Mage 1, make sure
what
he
it
doesn't do anything
is
stupid.
classed as
We'll
by the
cover.
Air Force.
Golem 2, let's maintain element.
So usually you'll have planes classes like
I've got your 6
fighters,
covered, sir.
interceptors, or bombers,
Radio.
right? Fighters being kind of more for, you know, engaging in other, you know, mid-range planes, not exactly too fast or too slow. This is kind of like a jack-of-all-trades plane. Really good at, you know, engaging other fighters, or if you're in one of the missions later on where you have to bomb targets.
Mage, 2 new enemy
You know, it has
groups.
enough weaponry to deal with that.
Mage 2, missile launch.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
But, yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
Jesus.
this would
Shit
use
that really chaps my ass.
mainly see used by the Navy
I can't tell
during
them
the late '90s, during
Enemy
the whole
bomber hit, but still airborne.
you know,
Finish it
America
off.
just starting to get involved in the Middle East and all that. And it has been used by a ton of other nations too, throughout Europe too. So
Target is
this is
down.
really the jack of all trades plane. If you're ever stuck on a mission or wondering, you know, like what should I bring, the you know, F-18 isn't like a bad choice. It's the starting plane in like quite a few of the games, I think. Zero, I know it's used a whole lot. Alright, so yeah, we got a few more bombers here. This mission is kind of easy. It's just kind of like the tutorial, kind of getting started. A lot of slow-moving fighters and bombers. This mission is not too bad.
H2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
You're mainly just going to be dealing with, yeah, like I said, small, nothing too big. You got a couple MiGs, slow-moving fighters, and some bombers. Just gonna like get used to the controls and everything. The game will start to pick up later in about, I want to say like third mission or so.
Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
But yeah, I would really recommend playing this game in like the first-person view as much as you can to like just kind of like really get yourself into it. You know, like get a nice pair of headsets. Like really try to get the feeling that you're in like a fighter.
Fox 2. H2 has made a kill.
Alright. So, I'm gonna get a little bit of story here. So, we're part of Usia, and for the most part, there's been a ceasefire for about, let's say, 10 years. This game takes place around, like, 2019 in this setting. So, it's been about since the, like early 2010s since there's been a war. Like, all of a sudden, Rouge is just now coming in.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie.
Alright.
Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.